do you get?
Well, right now we're rolling them both. I mean, we're splitting time, we're splitting reps with them. Right now they're both getting work. I have not addressed it with them in any way, shape, or form at this point. Haven't sat them down, hadn't put a game plan together. We said we'll put the quarterback in that's going to give us the best opportunity to win. We'll start to address that tomorrow as we start to really get our kind of nestled in with our final walkthroughs tomorrow with everything in the packages will run. Correct. Right. Very, very much so. I think when you look at both teams, both teams are been in very close football games the entire season. I mean, it's like one of those where we're probably both 3 plays away from playing in a BCS Bowl. We're probably both 3 plays away from being at home right now when you look at all the close football games these two teams have had. But they're very similar from the standpoint that they both play really good defense. So the defenses are the strengths of both football teams, and I think it's going to make for a heck of a football game. I've always said that one day in my career I would love to win a football game 2-0. When you have that kind of defense and you have a chance to be pretty good. And so we're really just pleased with the way Mark Snyder and Coach Smith and all the defensive coaches have really put this thing together and the way the players are responding right now. They're doing some good things on the defensive side of the ball, but offensively is going to be probably the key for both teams. Which team's offense can have a little bit of success, and obviously turnovers will be critical in a defensive game like this.
Have you talked to your team about the fact that this is probably going to be another away game for you guys?
Well, we've addressed it, and we've played on the road a number of times, playing at Florida and playing at Miami and playing in some of those environments and having the opportunity to play on the road here in the Big East. So we're prepared for that, and I understand that being only 2 hours away from Clemson, that it may very well be that way, but we're just excited to have the opportunity to get on the field. As I tell them all the time when we go on the road, they have to stay in the stands. It's going to be 11 on 11 on the field, and that's going to be the positive thing.
I know coaches never like to compare games against same teams, but I guess Miami is the one common opponent. You had your way, they didn't. Have you looked at that game at all or taken any note of it?
Well, we've watched it, certainly. I mean, we've watched it, and I think, it's hard because you have to look at what point in time in the year they played, how healthy everybody was. And again, when you talk about teams that play defense with, or if you have a turnover or 2 in a football game, it can be the difference in a win and lose. Our game in that is a win in overtime. One drop ball or a fumble along the way, and you very easily lose that game. So I think, you can look at common opponents, but I think this is going to be about the Clemson team right now this late in the season and the South Florida football team right now this late in the season. And you may be able to draw some small correlations between the two, but I don't think it's near as relevant as this game is going to be on Friday.
Each side of the ball, what do you think is going to be on that?
Again, I think it's going to be really important. Turnover is going to be a big part of it. I think special teams always, when 2 defensive good football teams play, I think special teams is always a critical part of it. And so I think special teams will be big, turnovers will be big, and which offensive football team has a chance to have some success.